All right, it is mass chaos here right now. Cold weather snuck in on us quicker than anticipated. We thought we was gonna get a little cold spurt. It was gonna move on, see a little bit warmer days than what we're in, but it hasn't been the case. So, trying to do a little winterization right now. Gonna run some fuel out of some of the toys we got. Mini bike needs maintenance. We changed fluids, tightened the chain. When I tightened the chain, my wheel alignment got all messed up. So the wife doesn't know yet. I'm gonna drag it inside where it's warm, and we're gonna loosen everything up, square everything back up, get the chain where it needs to be, in case we want to dip off on this thing. That's kind of my go-to ride. Like last year, rode it in the snow to Cody's house. That's my go-to ride for anything close to home or with the kids or fun. Like if we want to shoot downtown real quick, because the Harley resides in the garage down the road, and it's a pain in the ass to have to drive a car down there, open the garage, roll the bike out, close the garage back up, and then vice versa when it's time to bring the Harley home, because I don't like for it to be out in the weather. So all the toys up here stay in this building until we get another one, or in the loaded garage behind me. And then the Harley, my wife's 65 Mustang, spare lawnmowers and whatever, it stays in the garage down at the other property. So we are going to get the mini bike rolled into the house, fix the rear wheel on it, run some fuel out of the toys we got in here. I didn't do it with Max's quad, and now it had fuel hang out in it a little too long, gummed up, and it only runs on choke. So eventually we're going to jerk it off, clean it, jerk it off, but winterize her bike. It's easy to just turn fuel back on and ride it when you need it than to have to pull a carb off and clean it because you left fuel in it. Her bike doesn't have her moped doesn't have a fuel switch, so I think we're kind of shit out of luck on it. We might just do a little carb clean on it come spring, but she doesn't ride much anyway. Mini bike's fuel injected, no worries on it. And then we have the go-kart up there in the garage also. We gotta put the chain back on it. Y'all have heard this before, there's just so much shit to do. Cold weather set in, so now I'm really not in the vibe of coming out here and working on it when I get off. Mini bike is easy, I can squeeze it in the house. So we're gonna do that. Also, when I bought her bike, I don't know the exact hours on it. We got it really low hours and for a really good deal. Thanks, Daniel. But I think by spring, late spring at most, we're gonna go take it, get a valve adjustment. I got a hookup downtown. I think it's gonna help us out. Pretty simple, I think, for the most part. But if you got somebody willing to do it for less, let them. That's my philosophy anyway. So this thing's about to sputter out. We're gonna drag the mini bike in, get it adjusted, catch some warm days, and then catch us on two wheels, hopefully. All right, looky here. We got her in here now. So, mobile toolkit. I don't have my adjustable crescent here, it's down at the garage. Pipe wrench, channel locks to get your axle nuts off. And then the rest of it is going to be your chain adjustments at the end of the swing arm. We'll just loosen everything up and then square the wheel, check for chain tension, and then tighten everything back up. Ignore the sheets on my couch also, because we have dogs and my couch is white. And don't ask why I bought a white couch. It's because I got a good deal. So yeah, let's get started on this bitch. I'm ready to ride. Alright, so we got the axle nuts loose, got the adjustments loose on here, both sides. So now the key is to square your axle up so that your wheel is squared back up for the most part. Normally, this thing has a piece of cast and a plastic cover for this fender mount.
And Daddy, when I always try to get off of it,
Most people usually just do a fender delete, but with this cast piece, like there's a piece of steel, cast steel under here, here and here, that this plastic bracket mounts to. So you'd have to cut it off your swing arm and then find a new tag bracket, which I eventually was going to make one for back here. But anyway, long story short, normally I would take a straight edge and you can square up your rear sprocket with your front sprocket. And that is like the most precise way you could get it without like a laser or any of that, which who gives a shit that much about it. So you got that big cast piece over here on that chain guard side and you can't do anything with it. The only thing to do is to eyeball your rear wheel with like your frame set. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get it squared up, and then from there, we'll start making chain adjustments, and then we'll snug everything back down, hopefully be a-okay to ride. I missed it last time, because normally you would try to make adjustments evenly. If you turn your right side half a turn, you wanna turn your left side half a turn. That is with the mindset that is it already squared and leveled, and apparently it was not when I made the chain adjustment, because the chain was really loose. I got tired of hearing it slap around. So I made a couple adjustments evenly across the board, but it didn't do any good. It pulled my wheel out of square. So we're gonna square it up,
Daddy.
check the chain tension, and then tighten everything back down, throw this bike back on the road.
Daddy.
So that Max can ride. All right, so this is being an absolute bitch. The adjustment screws are both sitting at 1.25 inches. I think we are square for the most part. So now we're just gonna take the adjustment nuts and adjust them the same amount, theoretically, to take a little bit of slack left out in the chain, which ain't much. And then I think we'll have it. But due to the exhaust design on this thing, you can't crib the bike up on a stand or anything other than the kickstand, because it's got a set of resistors, resonators and spark resistors, and then a muffler underneath, and the muffler is like this. Doesn't work out very well. So you got to do it with the bike's weight on itself. I had planned on getting jack stands, but the jack stands that I have up here are too large to fit side by side on the swing arm, thus causing an issue. So had to loosen everything up and then physically manhandle this thing to where it was semi-square, make some small adjustments to your set screws, and then measure. That should theoretically have this thing somewhat squared up. So now we'll just make fine adjustments to these to finish taking the slack out. Then we'll do a little free roll out here and check and see how it does. All right, so I think we got everything squared up. We're sitting at 1 5/8 on both sides on the adjustment screw. Minimum slack. And now we've got the axle nut torqued. And we'll tighten up our jam nuts and give her a free roll and see how it goes. Throw a little more extra on there just in case, because I don't have my ugga-dugga other than this. Now the shitty part is my neglected battery, so we're gonna have to roll start it to do a little field testing here. And it's cold, so let me bundle up first. All right, so I haven't let it get bad enough to where it won't show accessories or anything, because it's always retained just enough voltage to run the tack and everything, but never enough to physically start it. And I don't know, I think my charging system's fine, I hope anyway, but Cody went and took his motorcycle test on this, and it came a piss pouring rain as I was unloading it for him, and they decided to wait it out and I mean, the bottom fell out for like 15 minutes. The bike had a hard time starting after that, and I don't know if it just fucked one of the cells up in the battery, which I think it still charges fine, because if you stay on this thing pretty regularly about running it, it still does fine. But anyway, it toasted the battery a bit, and I've been lazy. Of course, during peak riding season, which is when he tested, I ride it enough not to worry about it. But now I don't. It's like once a week at most here lately. So we got to result into roll starting it. So we're gonna roll this big bitch off. And I say big bitch because 200 pounds ain't much until you're having to push it around a lot. Luckily, I've got a hill, but if I don't make it by the end of the hill, which it's happened, then I'm stuck at the road doing it, and then it fucking really blows. So. All right, when your battery's trash and you fail to roll it down your hill, so then you gotta pretend like you're checking the mail because of traffic. You don't want to look stupid. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So, yeah, oh yeah, look here, nothing. Okay, so now we get to put some manual labor in it and push this motherfucker. All right, so the bitch left me stranded. Didn't want to roll start. I'm too out of shape to keep pushing. So we're getting the tow strap from the Bronco. See her way down there. And then we're gonna fucking pull it back up here and put it on the charger. For the winter. I'm not gonna buy a new battery for winter. Plus I need to start the Bronco. Oh, girl just sits back here all alone. So this used to be an old rental property of my wife's family. Has been used in many, many years. It's just open and shitty. But our property goes up against this dude's driveway right here. And this is just where I park all my spare vehicles, because we got a fucking slew of them. Oh yeah, nice fresh clay back here. Oh yeah, the Jeep, all dirty and neglected. Well, never mind. I thought my tow strap was in there. I guess it ain't. Might be in the building. Don't know. I know y'all probably get tired of hearing this, but I think we're gonna have Tennessee Hills tonight. Man, I got a fuck ton of clay. Ugh. Alright, so anyway, I want to migrate to figure out where the fuck this tow strap is. Go down there and tow my shitty ass mini bike up here. From just rolling it, it felt better. Felt square. Chain felt good. So, that's a plus. Alright, that was an epic fail. Mini bike didn't roll start. So, Mallory rode it up here as we towed it. Very good. So, we'll throw this thing on a trickle charger. It does feel really good though. I'm confident in our adjustment this time. We'll get it roll started. Maybe at a later date. We're gonna put it on charge. I don't know why I said roll started. We're gonna put it on the charger, and then we'll use it at a later date if we get another warm day. Next week or so is looking like shit. So it ain't gonna be anytime soon. Not really worried about it. But until then, let's throw it on charge. All right, it's the next day, and I want you to look what a charger will do for a man. Got the mini ready. Boom. Perfect. So, field tested and verified. We are officially aligned and ready for some mini bike mayhem. We've got some pretty big mini bike adventures coming up, and I was hoping to get it squared away. Maybe we'll catch a decent day. Today could have been a good day, but we got caught doing some other things. We will pull this bad boy out and rip it before we get some snow, maybe in the snow, who knows. But it's ready now. We're squared away, we're aligned, ready to rip. So hopefully this video helps. Anybody needs to do any chain adjustments or square your wheel up, it will get out of alignment, by the way. You can't just turn some nuts and go. So good luck if you do. If not, let's go rip some. So appreciate y'all watching. Stay rowdy, make it a whole ass vibe.